Imagine this, a creature of myth, an entity spoken of in hushed, fearful whispers, both dreaded and worshipped, manifesting at your very threshold. This chilling occurrence became a reality when my daughter encountered a chupacabra on her return from school. She stumbled upon it in the heart of the eerie forest, nestled in a haunting shadow, its presence alone enough to freeze her blood. Its eyes, normally ablaze with an infernal fire, were now darkened by a chilling blend of torment and terror. Its form, usually a sinister silhouette of strength and agility, was now gaunt and frail, ravaged by starvation and injury. She couldn't simply abandon it there. Overcoming a terror I never knew she could face, she cloaked it with her jacket and brought it to our home. I won't pretend. The sight of a chupacabra occupying my living room was a horrifying bolt from the blue. Yet, there it lay, hunched on my rug, radiating more of a monstrous menace than a forlorn creature of nightmares. Dealing with the wounded chupacabra was far from an easy task, as we were entirely clueless about how to nurse such a fearsome creature back to health. However, there was no choice but to try. The first step, feeding, was a precarious act. We had to sustain this beast without overstuffing it, a dangerous equilibrium to maintain. The sight of its injuries was downright horrifying. A savage gash ripped across its side, deep enough to expose the raw, bloody flesh beneath. Numerous lesser but still gruesome wounds scattered all over its body. We summoned all our courage to clean these abhorrent wounds, grimacing as the antiseptic sizzled upon the raw flesh. Bandages promptly followed, although we were unsure if they were any help at all. Remember, we were not veterinarians, a family doing our utmost to save a life. The passage of time felt like an eternity, with every day a battle against nature's brutality. But gradually, over the course of weeks, the chupacabra showed signs of recovery. Its once lifeless eyes sparked with a renewed fire. Its emaciated form started filling out, regaining the terrifying muscularity we'd heard about in the tales. And then it moved. With a grace and agility that belied its horrifying appearance, the creature was on the path to recovery. Yet, it wasn't simply the physical transformation that was startling. With time, the chupacabra started exhibiting erratic and disquieting behaviors. It no longer remained placid when we neared, but rather displayed an array of frightening antics. The household was constantly on tenterhooks, unsure of what this unpredictable creature might unleash. It seemed to be the fearsome beast of legend after all. The day of reckoning arrived, the day when the chupacabra was primed to be thrust back into its untamed wilderness. A moment tinged with melancholy and sweetness, bidding farewell to the enigma we had painstakingly rehabilitated. But as we prepared for this poignant goodbye, the chupacabra suddenly rebelled against its destiny. Its eyes blazed with a fierce determination, muscles tensing, teeth baring, as if challenging us to keep it captive. With a violent thrash and a blood-curdling roar, it reminded us of its true nature. As it disappeared into the wilderness, it left behind a chilling memento. A single gleaming fang lodged deep into the wooden doorstep, a stark reminder of the wild force we had tamed, but only momentarily. A parting gift that would forever echo its savage goodbye. A testament to its rightful place in the primal wilderness. What did this harrowing ordeal teach us? It was far more than the trials of nursing a fearsome chupacabra back to health. It was a tale of fear, uncertainty, a confrontation with the unknown that tested our limits. We found ourselves constantly on edge, haunted by the thought, the creature lurking in the shadows. We learned that even the most terrifying beasts can be in need of aid, thrusting us into an unsettling reality where compassion extends beyond what we know and understand. We were forced to face our own fears, realizing that they are often more terrifying than the threats they represent. Remember this the next time you hear an unsettling rustle in the forest or an eerie noise in the dark of night. Recall our story, think of the chupacabra, and remember, fear is often born from the absence of understanding.